The passion during this game was immaculate for 58 minutes. As the Leafs blow this one and lose 5-4 in the shootout to the Carolina Hurricanes. Before I go any further, Leafs Nation, follow up the TikTok page down below. Been on there quite a bit, posting more things. Posted some, some stuff from morning skate today as well. So I like to be more active on there. So go check out the link is down below for that. Yeah, it sucked. You're up 3-0. You have a 4-2 lead, and you blow it. But you didn't just blow it. You blew it with 1.5 minutes to go. Just an awful scene of events for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Like I said, started out a 0-0 game after one period of play. Shots on goal in the first period were a 9-9 apiece, so a fairly even period. But you go to the second, and the floodgates just full on open for the Leafs. TJ Brodie blocks a pass on their rush into the Leafs offensive zone. Great play. And then finds John Tavares streaking on the middle of the ice. Beautiful feed from Brodie on the tape of Tavares. Nice little move. Goes top cheese on Kochetkov. And the Leafs lead at 1-0. Tavares' 21st goal of the year. Brodie with the lone assist at 4:47. We're feeling pretty good. Less than 2 minutes after that, the Leafs, who it seemed like all game were dominating the neutral zone. Carolina's trying to get through the neutral zone. Leafs hound them, get the puck, turn it over, quick strike the other way. Because in comes Willie Nylander, and he buries it. Riley with the lone assist at 6:27, so less than 2 minutes. After you take a 1-0 lead, you're up 2. Feeling pretty good about yourself here, but you can't take your foot off the gas. It's only 2-0, long way to go. Well, let's keep moving here. It's over midway through the period. Timothy Liljegren gets the puck to John Tavares, who stops up into the offensive zone, and right beside the net, goes to his backhand to try and find someone to pass to. And Nick Robertson streaking down the middle of the ice, and a nice little backhand feed from JT, a soft one, and Robertson fires it top far side. Good to see him back in the lineup, and he scores to make it a 3-0 Leafs lead. His 9th of the year. Tavares and Liljegren with assists at 12:03 of the second period. And just like that, the Leafs have a 3-0 lead. You're feeling really good about yourself to this point, right? Think about it. Midway through this hockey game, you have a 3-0 lead. You've got 2 of your core 4 guys scoring, Nick Robertson scoring, and Samsonov playing well. It's a really good recipe to start this hockey game. Then it starts to fall apart as Jordan Martinook scores, and both of these goals in the second period were off of rebounds. What does that tell me? The goaltender makes the initials. I didn't like the Martinook goal just because it was shot up high on Samsonov and he couldn't corral it. But again, if you're a defender in front of that, you got to have your guy tied up. And on both of them, the Martinook goal and the Jarvis goal, both were rebounds. Samsonov makes the initial stop on I believe a Brent Burns point shot. And Jordan Martinook bangs it home. And it's a 3-1 game about a minute and a half after the Robertson goal. Where have we seen this before? You score to make it 3-0. Less than 2 minutes after that, bang, and puck in the back of your net. It happens so often. And then the backbreaker, as twice in this game, one in the second period, one in the third period, they score within the final 10 seconds of periods. With 3 seconds to go in the second period, 3 on the power play. Shot comes through from the point. It's a nice stop from Samsonov. But again, who is boxing out Seth Jarvis? Nobody. And he bangs in the loose puck with 3 seconds to go in the second, and it's a 3-2 hockey game. And I can tell you right now, every single Leaf fan had a feeling this was going to go sideways after that goal. 3-1, everyone kind of gets the, oh boy, here we go. But then that late period goal to make it a 1-goal hockey game heading into the third, momentum, gone. But then in the third period, less than 3 minutes in, Riley, again, neutral zone turnover for the Hurricanes. Turn back the other way, David Camp on a breakaway, and he fires it 5-hole, beating Kochetkov to make it a 4-2 lead, and the Leafs regain a 2-goal advantage. You're feeling pretty good, but again, long way to go. And then, and they get a power play late in this hockey game. And I'm going to pull up the power play right now so I can have my own little quick peek of this. Because, was it the hooking penalty that I was talking about? Yeah, that's that David Camp to the box for hooking. I mean, good Lord. How soft do we need to be? Now, I'm not going to complain and say the refs are the ones that gifted these calls, because they were awful tonight. All the hooking and holding penalties were outrageous. And then they missed that delay of game on Domi, which I don't know what they're looking at there either. But this hooking penalty late in the game when you're up 2 goals is a putrid call. Now, again, not going to complain, because you should have a half-competent penalty kill. Even the Leafs don't. They don't. As Sebastian Aho is left wide open back door. And it was a Dmitry Orlov slap pass. It's a little redirection from Jake Gensel. Finds Aho back door and he buries it. And it's a 1-goal hockey game with 1:32 to go. Which is tons of hockey. They pull the goaltender, 6-on-5. And who scores again? Sebastian Aho. Redirection on the far side. 7 seconds to go in regulation. We are tied at 4. And then the Leafs get a power play in OT. And they can't bury anything. They outshoot the Canes 6-2 in overtime, but they can't get it done. You go to the shootout, none of your guys score. Nylander, Matthews, Domi, nada. And Jake Gensel, the newest Carolina Hurricane, gets the game winner as the Leafs lose 5-4 in the shootout to the Carolina Hurricanes, and that was awful. But I will preface this, Leafs Nation, and watching this team as long as I have, you learn what the big picture is, right? Well, what's the big picture, everybody? Well, if they win, it's who cares, do it in the playoffs. And if they lose, it's like, well, this team's awful. And guess what? Even with this loss tonight, the Leafs are 13-3-1 in their last 17. By my estimation, it's pretty damn good. Also, let's be honest, they're missing one of the, if not their most impactful players, Mitch Marner. And the reason I say that specific phrasing of most impactful, he is the main catalyst on the power play. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Sure, Matthews buries them, and sure, Riley's a defenseman at the point. Mitch Marner is the wizard on the power play. This power play has been awful recently, and they were bad yet again tonight. 0 for 4 in the power play. You get a 4-on-3 in overtime, you can't get it done. And I'm sorry, but watching John Tavares out there, his slow legs, it's just, it's a painful look. And what else does Mitch Marner do? He is a wizard on the penalty kill, which again has been awful. And they allowed 2 more goals tonight, 2 for 5 on the penalty kill. Both goals were in the final 2 minutes of frames, whether it was the third period or whether it was the second period. Now, Mitch Marner's not going to stop either of those specifically because Aho's back door. Marner's not going to be down there. The Jarvis wants a rebound in front of the net. Marner's not going to be right there. He's going to be more on the perimeter, but he impacts the play. He is such an important player to this team, and for God's sakes, he's such an important player for Austin Matthews. Watching him play with, Burt, and at one point it was McMahon, and then it was Holmberg, and just not working out. So they need Mitch Marner back with Austin Matthews at some point. Matthews did have 7 shots on goal today, but just couldn't bury anything. So, yeah, Ilya Samsonov, I thought he was decent. Again, no matter what way you look at it, allowing 4 goals isn't great. But 4 goals on 40 shots and a .900 save percentage, which obviously is much above his season numbers. So take that for what it is. But you had a 3-0 lead. You'd like to see a big save late or something like that. Even though he did make some really nice saves. I'm not going to blame him for this loss. You can't. You just absolutely can't. Key players, I guess Tavares, a goal and assist, a +1. Robertson, a goal and a +2. Kemp, Nylander both had goals. Riley had 2 assists. Liljegren had an assist. Brody had an assist. Was a -2. So keep an eye on that. And nothing else doing for the Leafs tonight. That's about all she wrote. Now, they had a couple days off now, so we'll see what's up with Mitch Marner in a couple days. But they don't take on the Philadelphia Flyers until Tuesday in Philly. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Last time the Leafs saw the Flyers, they outplayed them like crazy at Scotiabank Arena a few days ago. So we'll see how that one goes. But Leafs Nation, I want to thank you guys so much for listening and watching. As always, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Maple Leafs, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you're not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Jay's edition tomorrow, as we recapping this past week's games. So that'll be a lot of fun. They've been playing some much better baseball and a lot more entertaining balls. We'll talk about that. Rappers edition, I mean, they'll be on the court tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Orlando, so we'll see how that one rolls out. And as for the Leafs, they're in Philly on Tuesdays. We talked about taking on the Flyers, 7 p.m. puck drop there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and the first 58 minutes to this contest. We'll talk to you guys then.